All right then, let's get you sorted. Welcome to our Builder's Guide for your portfolio. We're going to get straight to it and help you absolutely nail the project, program, and portfolio assignment for your Level 6 apprenticeship. No fuss, no waffle, just everything you need to build something brilliant.
So let's be honest. You look at these three words, projects, programs, portfolios, and it can all feel like a bit of a jumble, right? A proper dog's dinner. Look, that is completely normal. But I promise you, by the end of this, it's all going to click into place. We're going to make this simple.
So, here's our game plan for today. First, we'll cover why this whole thing is way more than just a box-ticking exercise. Then, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of gathering your evidence. After that, we'll look at how to build a top-tier submission, nail those KSBs, and finally, get you prepped to ace that EPA discussion. Simple as that?
Right. Section 1. Now, you might be tempted to think this is just another piece of paperwork to get through, but honestly, it's your golden ticket. This is your chance to show the assessors that you're not just doing a job, you're thinking strategically. This is where you really get to show off your genius. So, what is the NSAN assessor really looking for here? Well, they're not just checking if you can copy a definition from a textbook. They're looking for something called situational awareness. It's about seeing the bigger picture. It's the difference between knowing how to create a schedule and understanding why that project even exists and how it connects to the company's grand plan.
And this is exactly what that situational awareness looks like when the rubber hits the road. You need to show how your little project rolls up into something much bigger. You need to explain why a report for your team looks completely different to one for the board. It's about understanding that success means one thing for your project, but something else entirely for the whole portfolio. This stuff is gold dust for your EPA discussion.
On to Section 2 then. Time to get our hard hats on. We're going to build your submission from the ground up. And every good building starts with the right materials. So let's start gathering those bricks.
Okay, first things first, the absolute non-negotiables. These are the foundations. You've got your written report. That's the story you're telling. But every good story needs proof, doesn't it? So you back it up with an org chart to show where you are, a project charter to show what you did, and a dashboard to show how it was tracked. Solid.
Right, now we add the flesh to the bones. This is the stuff that screams, I was actually there, I did this. These are your little nuggets of gold. Meeting minutes with your name on them, a quick Teams chat where you're sorting out the scope. This proves you're not just talking theory. You are living and breathing this stuff every day.
And here we go, the showstopper. If you are aiming for that distinction, this is where you separate yourself from the pack. Don't just describe what happens, you need to analyze it, compare it, show evidence that you actually made a recommendation to improve things. This is you stepping up from being a passenger to being a real participant.
Okay, Section 3. So you've got this fantastic pile of evidence. Brilliant. But a pile of bricks isn't a house, is it? We need a blueprint. We need structure to turn that great material into something that makes the assessor sit up and take notice.
Honestly, this table is your secret weapon. It cuts through all the noise. See, at the project level, it's all about time, cost, scope. Simple. But zoom out to the program and suddenly we're talking about benefits. Then zoom out again to the portfolio and success is about the whole business strategy. Getting your head around this is half the battle won.
And here it is, your 4-step recipe for a brilliant report. The most important word here is your. Don't just give textbook definitions. The assessor has read the textbook. They want to know how it works in your world, with your examples. And then, the cherry on top, that reflection. What did you learn? How has this made you better at your job?
Section 4. Let's talk KSBs. Now, I know all the acronyms can feel a bit intimidating sometimes, but please, don't worry. This is actually the easy part. It's just about joining the dots between the brilliant work you've done and what the standard is looking for.
For this assignment, there is one KSB that is the absolute star of the show. And we're going to use its full Sunday name, Organizational and Business Strategies, specifically understanding how they impact on the strategy for project control and its execution. This KSB was tailor-made for this assignment.
So, how do you prove you've nailed it? It's a simple 3-step knockout combo. 1, show them the map, your org chart, and put a big "You Are Here" sticker on your project. 2, draw a straight line from what your project delivered to a big, shiny company goal. And 3, explain why you talk to the board differently than you talk to your team. Job done.
And here we are, the final stretch, Section 5. You've done the hard work, you've built this amazing portfolio piece. Now, let's make sure you can talk about it with the confidence of the absolute pro that you are. It's time to get ready for that chat.
Right, let's do a quick role play. Picture the scene. You're in the EPA. The assessor leans forward, looks you in the eye, and hits you with this classic question. It's designed to see how you handle pressure. Your first instinct might be to panic. Don't.
I'm going to give you the perfect opening line. Memorize it. This single sentence is magic. It buys you time, it compliments the assessor, and it immediately points to a professional tool. Boom! In one go, you sound calm, structured, and in complete control.
And here's the blueprint for the rest of your answer. The secret is, you are not the hero who magically solves the problem. You are the trusted advisor who manages the process. You explain the tool you'd use, you'd present options and consequences, and you make it crystal clear the final decision rests with the sponsor or the board. And of course, you'd get it all documented. That shows real maturity.
Now, a quick dose of reality. Let's be honest about the time this takes. This is not something you can knock out on a Sunday afternoon while the roast is in the oven. For a distinction-level piece of work, you need to set aside a good 10 to 20 hours. Think of it as an investment in your final grade and your career. It really is a marathon, not a sprint.
So, there you have it. You know why this matters. You know what evidence to get, how to structure it, and how to talk about it like an expert. You genuinely have everything you need now, so take a deep breath, now keep calm, and get building. You've absolutely got this.